Hello everybody and welcome to another video, and today we're going to be looking at a band called Soul Dealer. Never heard of them before, so obviously had to do a little bit of research, but I didn't find very much, and what I did find was written in Spanish because they are a Spanish band. So what I've got is probably horribly translated. What I've got is Soul Dealer is a metal band from Barcelona that stands out for its heavy thrash sound with marked melodies and explosive choruses. With 2 albums on the market, A Price to Pay in 2014 and Holy in Your Head in 2016, they have garnered a large number of loyal fans of the genre. The band's philosophy is to write good songs without being typecast in a specific style, with compositions with high doses of thrash and others with more melodic brushstrokes, which has aroused great interest in both national and international media, receiving great reviews in magazines and specialised websites. And that's all I could find. They're practically non-existent anywhere else on the internet. So they're not very well known. It took me forever to try and find any lyrics as well, so I'm not sure how accurate these lyrics might be. They might not be 100% accurate. And it doesn't actually specify what kind of music they are. It just says a metal band. So I'm just going to assume that it's like generic sort of metal, sort of like Maiden, sort of that sort of thing, metal, you know, just what people refer to as heavy metal. So yeah, the track we're going to be looking at is called Holy in Your Head. That's the title track off their second album. Be interesting to see where this goes, so let's get straight to it, I think. Holy in Your Head by Soul Dealer. Right. I'm hoping that these lyrics are wrong. There was a line in there which just yeah. Musically, they're brilliant. You know, the guitar work is fantastic. The drum work is fantastic. The actual music itself is really, really good. The vocal performance is good. It's very typical of that sort of style of music. You know, the sort of Maiden-esque sort of music. However, the actual song itself, not so good. Yeah. I think it's trying to talk about religion being a bad thing. I'm not sure. But yeah, the song went, "Blessed on our way, the rest of us all astray. Condemned by your God, left behind, expect to rot. Follow your book, resist to look. The shadow you hide will soon be fooled. Scraping the sage, licking thy sons, smashing too low, won't let it go. Now, I know English isn't their first language, but that makes absolutely no sense to me. I mean, the first couple of lines, blessed on the way with the rest of us all astray, condemned by your God, left behind, expect to rot. Follow your book, resist to look. Now, see, now that bit kind of makes sense. Follow your book, resist to look. Just follow the Bible blindly. That sort of thing. And that makes sense. But then the shadow you hide will soon be fooled, scraping the sage and licking thy sons. What the bloody hell does that mean? Smashing too low, won't let it go. What? I'm hoping these lyrics are wrong. Anyway, then it went into the chorus. Holy in your head, we're not dead. Holy in your head, just accept. Holy in your head, we're all the same. Holy in your head, try not to blame. Again. What? Holy in your head, we're not dead, just accept we're all the same, try not to blame. Try not to blame what? Try not to blame who? This is... Let's carry on and see where this goes. Well, that was just simply... That was terrible. That was absolutely awful. I mean, musically, they were brilliant. They were obviously very, very talented musicians. His vocal performance was pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of that vocal style, but, it was pretty good. But the actual track itself was terrible. The song itself is just terrible. It's just really, really bad. And there's actually a line halfway through the second verse that just absolutely cracked me up. Now, the song carried on. The sun that stops shining high above, conquered by dark clouds, wetting all your thoughts. Your water will never turn into wine. Now, these are my favourite lines, this cracked me up. This isn't my body, just a piece of a pie. It's so out of place. Anyway, it carried on. Take a look, burn that book, clear your mind or be left behind. Scraping the rage, killing your sons, paradise frauds, what are the odds? And then it went back into that chorus, hole in your head, we're not dead. Hole in your head, just accept. Hole in your head, we're all the same. Hole in your head, try not to blame. And then they repeat that a second time before the end of the track. I'm also hoping there's that bit that says scraping the rage and killing your sons. I'm hoping that's what the bit up the top is, where it says scraping the sage and licking thy sons. I'm hoping that's what that was actually supposed to say, and it was just badly written down. But I mean, the actual song itself is, I mean, I know English isn't their first language, so I can't really be too hard on them for the way the song's written, but it is just bad. It's not that good of a song. You know, musically, fantastic. Vocally, pretty decent. But the actual track itself is just terrible. It's terrible. And I just can't get over that. This isn't my body, it's just a piece of a pie. It just seems like so out there. It seems so sort of missing. You know, where did that line come from? I mean, sure, your water will never turn into wine, you know, drink of this wine for it is my blood, and drink of this bread for it is my body, but it's a piece of a pie. It's just, it just came so far out of left field, it cracked me up. But, yeah, so, I wasn't overly impressed by that, but, you know, like I said, musically, they're very talented. So, you know. Oh, piece of a pie, that's brilliant. I really can't think of what else to say about that, because it's just... It was just bad. But so funny. So yeah, I'm going to leave that as it is. If anybody would like to suggest a track for me to react to, then please do so by all means. Drop a comment in the comment section below, or message me on my Facebook or my Instagram, or you could even message me on my Patreon, where you could also help to support me should you so choose. In doing so, obviously, you know, it'd help me a great deal in creating these videos and possibly even improving the quality of them in the future. Do know, though, if you do make a suggestion, it might take me a while to get around to it, since I get suggested so many tracks every single day that it's hard for me to keep up. You know, for every video I put out, I get suggested another 12 songs. So my list grows faster than I can record them. But I do write down every suggestion I get, so it will get done eventually. It's just going to take me a while to get around to it. Also, Metalhead Reacts is a proud supporter of the Sophie Lancaster Foundation, a British-based charity whose main focus is to put an end to hate crimes, mainly those that are aimed towards people of the alternative culture. Obviously, they want to put an end to all hate crimes, but the crimes against alternative people is their main focus, since that's how they came into being. And it's something I very strongly believe in, something that I think really needs more attention bringing to it, because, you know, all over the world every day, we hear about hate crimes every single day, you know, whether it's racism, sexism, homophobia, etc. You know, we hear about these sorts of things every single day. But what we don't hear about is these people that are getting violently and viciously attacked just because of their taste in music. You know, people are getting brutalised, people are getting hospitalised just because they like alternative music. And it's ridiculous that it's happening. It's unacceptable that it's happening. You know, you don't beat someone up because they like different movies and TV shows to you. You don't beat someone up because they like different books or magazines to you. You don't beat them up because they like different flavour ice cream or crisps to you. So why would you beat someone up for liking different music to you? Excuse me. It makes no sense. You know, everybody has the right to be an individual. Everybody has the right to be an individual, and nobody has the right to tell you that you cannot be who you want to be. And attacking someone just because of their taste in music, what is it supposed to accomplish? It doesn't accomplish anything. You're not going to change their mind about what kind of music they want to listen to. You're not going to change their mind about how they dress. You know, so what is the point behind it? There isn't one. But attacking someone for their taste in music is just pathetic. And when it gets to the point where a young woman, Sophie Lancaster, loses her life because a group of intolerant, small-minded idiots can't accept the fact that she is an individual, she is her own person, it has gone way too far. It has gone out of hand. It is, you know, it's utter madness that someone should pay for their life just for being an individual. It's unacceptable that this happens. But it happens all over the world. Every single day. It's happened to me pretty much my entire life since I was 11 years old. I've had to deal with being verbally and physically attacked just because I liked alternative music. Many of my friends have had to deal with the same. I know some of you watching have had to deal with it as well. You know, and it's unacceptable. And, you know, people getting that severely hurt, it's unacceptable. So something needs to be done. And this is what the Sophie Lancaster Foundation is all about. They want to put an end to all this happening. They don't want to see another family go through what they went through when they had to watch their little girl die because of a group of intolerant, single-minded idiots. So if you'd like to find out more about the Sophie Lancaster Foundation, there is a link to their website in the description below. You can go over there, find out what they're working on at the moment, find out what their goal is, because they can explain it a lot better than I can. And, you know, if you can help them out in any way, even if it's something as simple as one of these Sophie bracelets from their web store, you know, the smallest amount can make the biggest difference. And the sooner we bring more attention to this, the sooner we can stamp out prejudice, hatred, and intolerance everywhere. But I'm going to leave that as it is for the time being. Thank you all very, very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.